If you've lost a loved one, whether it was a week ago or maybe even a decade ago, a local group is here to help. Orchard Hill Church in Cedar Falls hosts the Orchard Hill Support Group for Grievers. And joining me this morning to talk about the group, actually a couple people I interviewed a few years ago, I believe back in 2007, we have John and Tammy Bronneman. And you guys started this group, I believe, around 2006 after you both suffered losses. Tammy, why don't you tell me a little about why you guys started this group at Orchard Hill Church?
Well, as you said, we both have lost our first spouses to a death, and we had saw a need for people to be able to have a drop-in type of support group where they could also pray and talk about what their relationship was like with God during their grief.
Absolutely.
And have some support to know they weren't alone in what they were feeling.
And John, as I mentioned, it never gets, I don't want to say easier when you've lost someone. I mean, I think you kind of learn to get through the days, but whether it was just a week or several years, anyone is willing or able to come to this. Is that correct?
That's correct. While it doesn't get easier, you do learn to find out what your new normal is.
Okay.
Life does change, and we don't have control over what those changes are, but we do learn to cope.
Mm-hmm. Tammy, tell me about the group. You guys meet the fourth Monday at Orchard Hill Church of every month, correct?
Yes. It's at 6:30 in the prayer room there. You can enter through door F.
Okay.
If you make it one month and don't another, that's okay. We're just there when you have that desiring need to come. It's very informal. We begin each month with an introduction of each person there.
Okay.
And then from there, it depends upon really who shows up that night, what their needs are, and what they want to discuss. And we go from there, and then we close with some prayer.
Okay.
Some people come to us and they have a strong relationship with God and are so happy to find a Christian-based program. Others are questioning what their relationship with God at that time. And either way is okay. You do not need to be a member of Orchard Hill Church by any means.
Okay. You just show up, and as you mentioned, you can talk about as much or as little as you want.
Yeah.
John, quickly, you have a little bit of a partnership with hospice. Is that correct? Or
yes,
what else?
we also co-lead a group at Cedar Valley Hospice.
Okay.
This is for pre-retired widows, widowers, and partners.
Okay.
So.
Wonderful. Well, John and Tammy Bronneman, thanks so much for coming in this morning. Once again, it's a grief group at Orchard Hill Church, the fourth Monday of each month at 6:30. And they can, you said, come in prayer room number 141.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for coming in this morning. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I want to let you know if you have an idea for a Matter of Faith story, you can just send me an email. You see my address there on the screen. It's dwagner@kwwl.com.